Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right, this is our final episode of the Newsroom.
Yeah.
Really gut-wrenching finale last week.
It was quite a bummer of an ending with Charlie dying, and not even that, Charlie dying doing what he absolutely hated doing.
Yeah. Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't have issues with it. It's just that it was jarring in the sense that it did come out of nowhere, especially in that situation, right? Him having a heart attack because BJ Novak is basically the worst, and he's trying to do damage control with this whole thing. Do you have any predictions as to where this is going to go with our main cast?
I think that the bulk of this episode has to be kind of devoted to the what's next. You know what I mean? Like, we have to... either this is going to be a terrible place to work and people are going to bail, it's going to get shut down because nobody wants to work there, or it's going to get fixed, right? Sure. But I think it's ultimately going to be a workplace episode because I feel like all the personal stuff has largely been dealt with, right?
Yeah. Will's out.
Will's out of jail. He and Mackenzie are married. Obviously,
Jim and Maggie are going
to be together. Don and Sloan have kind of resolved their thing. If there's any huge personal stuff that's left, it's going to be fairly new because I can't think of anything that's really still out there as a loose end. I think it's work stuff. I think you have to get Neil back.
Hopefully, yeah. And BJ Novak, obviously, we have to figure that thing out.
Yeah, that's the company thing. Yeah, whatever's going to happen with ACN, that's what this episode's going to be largely devoted to.
Yeah.
How does everyone go off into the sunset? Are they there and the company works, or are they leaving because the company doesn't? Right.
I'm kind of leaning on the side that they leave.
Sure.
Or at least some of them do, I would imagine.
Well, and they established that already.
Yeah.
Last season, on election night, Taylor, was that her name? During election night, the coverage.
Yeah.
She asked Will, can I talk to Jim about a job? And he's like, what? And he's like, if this is all going under and you're all quitting, there's going to be a feeding frenzy on all your people, which ultimately still is an option, right? We're all walking away from this mess that is Twitter news.
Basically.
And they could go do any number of other things, right? It's not like there's not other news in the world or news sources they could work at that are legitimate. But there still are.
Yeah, and I do think that we're going to have that element where it's we can't stop this thing, but I think that it is going to be an optimistic ending.
Yeah, I think so too. It's Sorkin.
Yeah,
Sorkin usually doesn't end with Sauron winning. In this stuff.
It'd be a choice.
I don't know what that's going to look like, but I am hopeful that it's not just BJ Novak sitting on his throne of the crappiest company that ever existed.
Twirling. Yeah.
All right, we'll go get started here. Do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers who have been with us. Thank you so much, guys. Special shout out to our super patrons: NJ, MTC93, Actuarial Lurker, Anna, Balles Foldez, CY, Jeff, Derek Peterson, Yannick from Montreal, Sudogun of Rapu, Jamie Morgan, Christy Goverston, Diana Perry, Taylor, Andy Schreiber, Trey Contreras, Hu Main, Wolfgang Wolf, Lindsay Swift, Squix, Sweet Baby Silvernell, Adam Pacio, Matt Tyler, David Adler, Chris O'Donnell, KDK, Seth Walker, Everett Nation, Doc Cooley, and welcome Justin H. Thanks a lot, guys. Really glad you're here with us.
Yes, we are. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you mind hitting the like button for us, please leave us a comment down below and hit the subscribe button so stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
In the description below, you'll see a link to our Patreon page for full-length watch-alongs. Obviously, by the time you're seeing this on YouTube, we have moved on to something else. But hey, you can have the whole show to go back and watch with us, and we'll have a new one starting next week.
Yeah. It really did feel like this whole show took us 2 weeks.
Yeah, this was a fast-moving show for sure. Especially when it's before this, obviously, for Sorkin, we watched The West Wing that took us 3 years to watch, because it's 155 episodes.
It's our epilogue to Sorkin.
Yeah.
And also, I do want to shout out, last week, it seems like some of the comments on Will's dad was kind of mixed. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I did.
I thought it worked
enjoyed
for me.
it. I thought it was effective.
And also, good call on whoever caught that was the actor from Breaking Bad.
I kept picturing him in a motorcycle outfit, but I'm like, I cannot place where it's from.
Yeah.
There it is.
He was a Nazi.
Yeah. And the idea now, of course, that Novak can bring in
whoever,
a new president of the news network that can just fire people.
Yeah, he can just clear house.
Yes, yes, Catherine. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is there a possibility where this can 180 and this resonates with BJ Novak, where he actually gains?
I don't think he's got a soul.
Yeah.
Remember the night before you went to prison?
Oh.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah.
That was my doctor on the phone with the results of a blood test.
Life and death.
My kids could get out of high school when I'm 70.
Ellen!
I'm Maggie. Margaret. Maggie's fine.
I need Ellen.
I don't think there's anyone here named Ellen.
I can keep track. Karen,
Oh,
get me
okay.
some more ties and someone who knows what they're talking about.
Sure.
The storm's not causing record flooding in New England.
We'll drop that into the copy.
And clear out the block.
It's raining in Providence. Everyone's going to be okay. You really want the whole block?
Yes.
60 seconds.
Interesting that we're getting this flashback to what life was like before Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Neil, I need the guy who edits our website.
That's me.
It's been several days since I asked Don Kiefer to have the website do a poll on Obamacare so I could do a segment on the poll.
It's just that polling is a science, and this wouldn't be a proper sample.
What are you talking
so
about?
I'm just trying to protect the integrity of the website.
It's a website. It doesn't have integrity. You need to clear the
Oh,
studio.
God. He really was unlikable before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, right. That's what we're really getting here, aren't we?
I think she does make him better. I really do.
Record flooding across New England. With Rhode Island hit the hardest, we're going to put you right in the eye of the storm.
Yeah. This is when he decides to hire Mackenzie.
The last season of 24, and you won't want to miss it. All that's coming up after
Forgot
this.
about 24.
You're watching Newsnight.
Oh my God, I love this song. Tom T. Hall.
Name that tune.
Play a little more.
That's how I got to Memphis.
Tom T. Hall, that's how I got to Memphis.
Nicely done.
My grandson, Bo, Katie's oldest, has a garage band. You put an instrument in his hands, give him a day, and he can play it. Then I ask him, what's a kid from New Rochelle doing singing about Memphis? He said, Memphis is a stand-in for wherever you are right now, that it really means that's how I got here. I saw you're speaking at Northwestern.
Yeah?
Yep.
What do you want from me?
The news.
Yep, this is right before the show starts.
Have you ever thought about having kids? Meeting somebody, getting married, whatever it takes.
First of all, I'm now in my 50s, and I need to consider that I'm going to die.
You don't look to me like you're going to die anytime soon.
I've read plenty of experts who say that whatever undiagnosed shit my father has can be hereditary.
Your depression isn't chemical.
Who says I'm depressed?
I do.
This all makes a lot of sense with where the show starts.
Yeah.
Benedict tells tens of thousands of people about the recent petty gossip that he's been subjected to. He's talking about proven allegations that priests have been children. Benedict fails to mention that in his sermon. You failed to mention that in your report Monday. The president, in his first visit to Afghanistan as the president meets with Hamid Karzai, will have two top campaign strategists here in the studio to debate the war.
They were good guests!
What in the hell are we doing? At the very least, you could get the guy who wrote the talking points.
There's a midterm election coming up.
In 6 months.
Charlie's the best.
Yeah.
Being a father, it lives up to the hype.
Yeah.
That's really
Oh,
great.
look
yeah.
at him. Look where he's at now. He's going to turn into a big old softie, isn't he?
Of course.
I'm 7 weeks pregnant, and there's like a 5 in 9 chance that it's yours.
5 and 9.
Moratorium on jokes for the next week and 7 months. Have you had an amnio?
In between getting off the phone and talking to you, no. This is going to be a long 7 months.
No, it's going to be great. You know why?
Don't say it.
I'm going to be in charge of morale.
She's going to want to kill him at the end.
Yeah.
It's life service. It was. Yeah. I thought you were going to do the eulogy.
Yeah, I was. I asked his brother to do it.
Matt, take a ride with me to the cemetery, will you? Sure.
I think maybe we should just put you in a hospital bed right now and hook you up
Oh
to
my
an
God,
epidural.
man.
Would that be premature?
Yes. We're going to ride with you.
Sure.
He's just trying to fire her.
Douchebag.
Well, he did just try to fire her.
Sure.
The thing that sucks the most about this is the ratings on the network, for what it is now, are going up, which says not great things about us.
I thought Will was going to give the eulogy, but
Put down a second. Terry Smith wants me to come down and interview for a field producer job in D.C.
I know. I'm the one who recommended you. She called and said, who's ready for a promotion? Who's the best you've got? I said, you've got to take Maggie.
You have to take my girlfriend.
If they do a breakup in this episode, too, that'd be wild.
Yeah. Why not? It would be really on brand for those two.
They're just a whirlwind.
You got a problem, my friend. Lucas Pruitt thinks women are worth less than men.
That's a bullshit headline.
So he can't fire them.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Ballywag is reporting pay inequity at Quench.
We're underpaying the women. How do you know we're not overpaying the men?
That is definitely the argument I'd use. Yesterday, a story in the New York Observer says you hired hookers for your 35th birthday party.
Oh, no. Whoa.
It said I hired models for my party.
Any of the models men?
No, it's not uncommon.
It's not.
Were these women given dress codes?
Yeah.
The whole party had a dress code. They were hired to be living art.
That every time you try to explain it, you just make it worse.
Yes, that was
Absolutely.
bad.
So I'm going to help you today.
Things were bad while you were in jail.
Charlie had kind of thrown in the towel.
Don, Mac, and myself, but mostly Don, had been fighting with Charlie a lot. Pruitt was happy about this interview because it would draw attention to the website, and Charlie was happy about it because Pruitt was happy about it. I ripped the app apart and Bree, and it was a few minutes later that he had a heart attack.
You didn't kill Charlie.
Yeah.
But there's another part of the story that Don's going to tell you about that strongly suggests it was him and not me that precipitated the death of our very close friend and leader.
Oh my God.
Do you want to hear Don tell you that part of the story?
Excuse me, are you Mackenzie McHale? I'm Charlie Skinner. You're serious about bowling?
I just took it up recently.
This is a nice send-off for Charlie episode, too. We actually get him.
Yeah.
Putting all this together. Yeah.
I heard you had some trouble in Fallujah.
I got stabbed in the abdomen.
Have you thought about a studio job again?
I've dreamt about that, being an EP again. Nothing. Here in DC, London. I'm going to qualify for the ladies' professional bowling tour.
If you were thinking clearly, you probably would have asked me by now why I came down to Washington to talk to you. I want you to take over Newsnight.
Can you tell me where Don Kiefer's office is?
It's right over there. You see the name of the door.
Do they not really know each other at this point?
I guess not.
I'm Sloan Sabbath. I work on Dayside.
Yeah, I know you. Market ripoff of Sloan Sabbath.
On Dayside, we call you the executive producer of Trainwreck with Will McAvoy.
Not as clever as market ripoff because it doesn't have the same alliterative relationship to it.
Friday night, you had Rothstein on. Rothstein said it's perfectly legitimate for their firm, referring to Goldman, to have sold off those toxic assets that were exposing them to risk. And you know what McAvoy's follow-up was? We'll be right back after this.
You'd have liked to have seen a tougher follow-up.
How would these customers know that these assets were toxic since the established companies gave them a AAA rating? My guest, Jacob Rothstein, was poached by your booker so your boss could ask him if he watches 24.
Yeah, that's good.
I've been listening to people like you say they can't believe no one's been prosecuted for these Wall Street crimes, and after 2 years, I'm still fuzzy on what crime was committed and who should be prosecuted for it. After you get done telling me how badly we did our job last night, you may want to do an internal investigation of your own work.
Oof. I mean, that's a really fair point, too.
I have to disclose to you that I have a previous relationship with Will. Romantic.
I know about that, and I couldn't care less. During the short time you two worked together at CNN, you were onto something.
I want to do an hour of news that's a genuine public service.
That's what I want.
Something worthy of a great nation. And you agree?
We've been agreeing with each other for a little while now.
Yeah, you just had a listening. Yeah.
I've been watching Will's descent into complete surrender for years.
You can change that.
You absolutely can change that.
Will may have been at his best when you were his EP, but I'd remind you that you were at your best when he was your anchor.
Yeah, good.
You guys need each other, yeah.
I'm offering it to you because you're my best hope of turning our flagship news hour into something we're proud of.
I don't think he's that interested in what I think of him.
That may be the only thing he's interested in.
It's weird that they're just putting it out there that, like, yeah, because Will still has feelings for you, this will probably work.
Mm-hmm. And it does.
Oh, that's right. She was there.
I was wondering if you were going to see
I
this.
forgot. Yeah.
2 tickets, they're under Jennifer Johnson.
There she is.
You're going to ask a question?
If I can.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
Mind if I ask what you're going to ask?
We're coming out of school, and I'm looking for a reason to be optimistic, so I wanted to ask all three of them what they think makes America the greatest country in the world.
You're going to ask that to all three of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows Will's going to shred you if he answers that.
If you follow me when we get inside, I'll show you the trick to being the first in line at a microphone.
All right.
Oh, she orchestrated this too.
This is wild.
Yeah. This is really clever, going back and looking at all this.
Yeah.
I've been up all night with the most expensive PR people in New York. Business Insider's going to do a profile on me in which I will be likable.
There's something I don't think you're understanding. You have a PR problem because you have an actual problem.
Yeah.
Well said.
Charlie knew I was lying, he knew why I was lying, and I knew he knew I was lying. It was a showdown, and he lost. But Mackenzie was not ineffectual.
How so?
She, too, was beating up Charlie.
Should we go bury him, or do you guys feel like you did that already?
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
Yeah.
I was expecting more along the lines of, don't beat yourself up, of course it's not your fault. Congratulations, I heard they're bringing you down to DC to interview for a field producer job.
Should I care that Jim was the one who recommended me for it?
No, the answer is no. You shouldn't care.
All right, yeah, you, sorority girl.
My internet went
in
out for a
case you
second.
accidentally wander into a voting booth, so when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Poor Gemma.
Yeah. And she wrote an answer down on a pad and pointed to it.
Oh, is this his vacation right afterwards with Aaron Andrews?
You're not as helpful as your movie counterparts.
Phone call for you.
Leona?
Are you all right? You cursed at a college student.
Yeah, I know this is embarrassing.
You've made a career out of being likable.
I'd like to make a career out of doing the news.
Love that.
Yeah.
Who's stopping you?
I love that she's always been likable. Just our perception of her,
for sure.
Was
not
great
the first time we see her, she's kind of in the villain role.
Hello?
It's Mackenzie.
Look.
Yes, I'm in.
Oh, he thought she was calling to say, I just saw that train wreck, I'm out of here. Absolutely not.
I caused that.
Banks wrote a ton of bad mortgages to people they knew were going to default. It's called predatory lending. Then they'd bundle the whole thing and sell the debt to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which is owned by...
You and me.
And then the banks bet on those loans defaulting. Not that much different from fixing a college basketball game.
I'm no longer the EP of Newsnight.
What happened?
Charlie's bringing in a new EP, and I'm moving to 10 o'clock where Elliot Hirsch is taking over.
I'm sorry.
Will blew the Rothstein interview.
It wasn't his choice. They blamed Dawn in season 1, and it wasn't his choice.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Service elevator is broken.
That's no problem. Would it be forward if I asked a man if he wanted to get a cup of coffee? If he says no, then I got to come to work with him every day.
She's always been into Dawn.
She was into Dawn right up front.
The get-go. Watch, she's probably going to go ask him and see him with Maggie and be like,
for sure. He's going to walk in and they're going to be making out in the corner.
Good instinct.
Just
there.
bide your time, baby Smurf.
Hey.
Hey, what happened here?
Most of the furniture was Audrey's. Some of it was mine, but she...
Of course, it's another breakup for Jim.
God, Jim.
She called me a lost boy. That's Peter Pan, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be divorced like 3 times.
Yeah.
Charlie Skinner wants me to take over Newsnight at ACN. I'm doing it, and I want you to come with me and be our senior producer.
What are you doing, cleanup after what happened at Northwestern?
Actually, I don't think Northwestern needs to be cleaned up. Charlie Skinner's on some kind of mission.
Will McAvoy
Comes with an audience, and you have no idea what he can do. He has a gear you've never seen.
You said Charlie Skinner was on a mission and that he messengered you some book?
So Don Quixote?
Yeah.
Yep.
I want your health advice. It's suddenly very important to me that I live for a long time.
As he's smoking?
Smack me in the face as hard as you can. I'm not kidding.
Why?
You won't hurt me, I promise. Do it. I was wrong. That hurt, but do that if you ever see me put a cigarette in my mouth again.
Neil's plane landed.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You said it was suddenly very important that you live a long time.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Hang on.
Oh my God.
What? All the women know it?
This conversation never happened except for the slap and the cigarettes. And Martin doesn't have a clue, so we're not going to worry about that.
Oh my God.
Martin's like, what?
Someone tell Martin. He doesn't care.
Yeah, I'll find out eventually.
Can I talk to you?
Sure.
You think that because I recommended you for the job in D.C. that I don't care that you might move to D.C.?
I never said that.
It's easy to interpret as a soft breakup.
But you didn't even mention anything like, it'll mean we're not living in the same city. Bummer. You know what I'm saying?
You know what she's saying?
Sloan?
Something better than that.
Could we have a minute?
I thought someone was doing a good job there.
She is doing a great job.
We kissed on the plane 3 nights ago. It's only been 3 nights, and I don't think this is more than it is. And I really appreciate the recommendation.
Just be together. For God's sake.
No, break up. Never talk to each other again.
And she did it with Mackenzie's approval. How am I supposed to not fire them both?
Do you still want me here?
There were times when I thought if I was at Charlie Skinner's funeral, it'd be because I'd killed him. You're not fighting with your news director. You're not doing your job. You don't want the ACN you think you do.
So she has to, like, Obi-Wan him.
Yeah.
I would find the one person I know who will argue with you until you fire them and keep on arguing with you.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Do you even know what the fuck we're talking about?
Not as such, no.
Gonna make Mackenzie the news director? And it fixes his women problem too?
I guess.
The Hurt Locker and Avatar are both overrated.
Gravity.
This is like overrated movies? What are we doing?
It's guys trolling.
What the hell?
We had hacked?
No, this wasn't a hacker. Somebody just walked right in.
Oh, hell yeah.
I shut it down from my phone.
Are you Neil?
Yeah. The 9 most overrated movies of all time.
And they're all new?
Look, I know this
And I
isn't
saw
what-
you went all the way back to The Matrix.
Yeah.
1999.
Of all time, goes back to 99.
You embarrass me. It took me a long time to build ACN Digital. I was laughed at by the people in this newsroom. People I respect built this into a tool that gathered, expanded on, and disseminated information that's useful. You embarrass me. Build a page that says the site's down for repair.
For an hour?
For a week.
Sorry about Charlie Skinner.
I'm surprised these guys get to keep their jobs. Neil probably doesn't have the power to fire them.
I think that guy's friends with Pruitt too, so yeah.
You didn't speak at the burial.
I just don't know what to say.
Well, I think everyone would like to hear from you before they leave.
He'll come up with something.
Yeah.
I put something aside to give you.
Is that the mom from Boogie Nights?
Yeah, she was on the West Wing too.
May have contributed to Charlie's heart attack. There was a story Charlie wanted me to do, and I didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do that story either. He wasn't angry that you guys were fighting him. He was counting on it.
Oh my God.
He loved you, Don, and he was so proud of you. I wanted you to have it.
Yeah.
Bow tie.
Thank you.
How you doing?
My grandfather died.
You know, kid, I'm sorry, but I got my own problems. My best friend died. Where's your brother, Bo?
It's probably in the garage.
Would you take me to him?
Sure.
The Savant.
Yeah.
Place looks great.
Thanks. We're pretty good.
You mind?
No.
Yeah, he can play. Get Jim in here too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Between the time he had the heart attack and the time he died, do you think he would have been in a lot of pain?
You know, that's exactly the kind of question he'd have asked. When it happened, I wasn't there. I know a song you like.
Yeah.
Tom T. Hall, I am.
It's how I got to Memphis. It's how I got to Memphis.
Come on, Jim, pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
I know if you'd seen her, you'd tell me, 'cause you are my friend.
This is better than the speech.
Yes. I can't believe this. This is amazing.
I follow the trail of her tears.
And by the way, they both play and sing.
Yeah.
We found that out earlier.
Yeah. This is way better.
This
than
is
the
really
speech.
nice, especially with the kids here.
Yeah.
Please forgive me if I start to cry.
Don't enjoy it too much, Tess. You're going to end up dating Jim for 6 months and having a bad breakup.
Kidding.
I know you talked to your grandfather about it a lot. I'd be good at that too. Or if you just want to play music.
That's so nice.
Yeah, that was.
By any chance, did you tell anyone about the pregnancy?
No, absolutely not. You're not supposed to do that till after the first semester.
Congratulations, you guys. That's gonna be one good-looking kid. You know what I always thought would be fun if I was a parent? You teach a kid something wrong, like wood comes from birds, and you see how long you can keep it going. But people have different parenting styles. There's no right way or wrong way.
It seems everyone feels responsible for Charlie dying, and of course that's ridiculous. It was Sloan.
God.
I wish he could be here to learn the name of his successor, like I just did. The new president of ACN is Mackenzie McHale.
So he's going to clean up ACN and use it as an image buffer. That's really good.
Yeah.
You're a great big man.
I love this so much more than people just leaving.
Yeah, me too.
You wanted to see me?
You're taking over as executive producer of Newsnight starting Monday.
Mac, I think you should offer it to Don.
I offered it to him. He wants to stay at 10 o'clock. He said he's on to something, he and Elliot.
I won't let you down.
You never have.
Except when you're on the road.
Yeah. Stop dating people.
Yeah.
Cancel the interview in DC. I'm the new EP of Newsnight, and my first move is making you senior producer.
Congratulations!
Sure. That's right.
I'm going to interview for the other job.
Why?
I want to be a field producer. Fine?
It was a big deal. It is more than it is.
It is to me, too.
You'll stay in New York?
I'm going to interview for the job in D.C. You know why?
I'll take the last plane every Friday night after the show, and then the first plane back on Mondays.
So glad that she didn't just say okay and stay.
Why is this going to be different?
I wasn't in love with them.
So he was going to promote his girlfriend to senior producer because he's in love with her?
Totally.
Qualified or not, that's not really okay.
It's not. But it's them, so it's on brand.
I figured why do a broadcast with 1.1 million viewers when I can do one for 287,000 and make less money at the same time?
So we're all landing on our feet.
Mm-hmm. Except for you killing Charlie.
Don't even, that's not funny.
Nancy gave me something she wanted you to have.
What is it?
Oh.
This is why they're great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You told her I was pregnant?
You're pregnant?
Damn it.
Please don't mention it to anyone.
Oh, everyone knows.
Okay, so what does it matter how you got the job? You have the job. You're gonna get to do the job.
It's going to be a fight with Pruitt every day and over big things.
I have faith. There's a hole in the side of the boat. What you have to do is bail water out faster than it's coming in.
In the old days of about 10 minutes ago, we did the news well. We just decided to.
Was that from season 1?
Yeah, that was the pilot.
Mandela's been put on life support.
Can you put together your notes for me?
Yeah.
So glad he's back.
Yeah.
I like how quiet this is.
Low interest rates. It's a big part of the story. What are you going to ask me about?
Low interest rates.
Good show, everybody.
Good evening.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
And now we're at the end.
I'm going to miss this show.
Yeah. It did not. I mean, obviously Sorkin went as long as he wanted to go with it. It was his call.
Yeah.
But, man, that felt quick. That felt brief.
Really did. I mean, there's a handful of shows we've done that honestly have flown by. I mean, I think The Wire was one of them. This is certainly one, too.
For sure.
But, you know, I love how different from The West Wing that it was.
Absolutely, yeah.
It certainly had episodes that are very familiar. You can definitely tell it's
a lot of
Sorkin,
tropes, right? Yeah,
but it was witty. It was really funny, but it was also genuinely sincere.
Yeah, it was.
And I just really appreciate that type of writing and filmmaking.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought it was really clever how they handled the whole thing with Pruitt.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, of course we should have guessed. Like, oh wait, he's a slime bag. He's going to slime bag it up somehow and need to rehabilitate his image.
But I kind of love that Leona was behind that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely like I'm going to fix your image for you, man. Like, come here.
Yeah, she did. She swooped in and was like, look, as someone who's been in your position, let me tell you how you're disgusting and what you actually have to do to fix it. You don't have a PR problem. You have a problem. I thought it was a great line.
It's a fantastic line.
And, of course it was going to be... rampant sexism. That was gonna like you can't
that guy no way
right? And it makes a lot of sense, right? Like you own a news station, but you're trying to turn it into this money making gross thing.
Sure.
Everyone already thinks you're gross. How about instead, while you're already rich, turn it into a good news thing, and you have this thing that actually makes you look better than you are.
Yeah.
I thought it was really, really clever how they did that.
There's a lot of CEOs and billionaires out there that definitely could use a Leona.
This is for sure.
Not saying this is gonna. I don't know. I like that she is gonna like. It kind of feels like a mentorship a little bit, even though that he is ultimately in charge of everything.
Yep.
But I do have optimism when it comes to that. Like, I want to believe that this fictitious character is going to become a better person because of her.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be a better person. I just think he's putting on a better shoe forward so he looks better. But it ultimately works out for everybody.
But by proxy, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, working with this, listening to her, but who knows? It's me trying to be like optimistic.
That is optimistic because I did not get the sense at all that there's any path for him actually being a better person. I just think he's trying to look like a better person.
In the real world, there probably isn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. There probably isn't. It's a fake character. So who knows?
Right.
But I did love that, like, a big chunk. The majority of this episode was just the personal stuff.
Yeah. It was. And that's what we really wanted, right? We wanted to see how the company and how everyone was going to kind of move forward. What's the new status quo as the show ends, right? You always want to know that on a show. Mm-hmm. What is the world, now that the show's ending, what is the world going to look like?
Yeah.
For the the scope of the show. And we got a real sense of that. It looks like everyone gets to just do their jobs well.
Yeah.
I was on the verge of serious annoyance when Jim was offering to promote his girlfriend, who he loves into a senior producer position. And it's like, I mean, I guess you can argue, how talented or deserving of that position Maggie is. I never got the sense of that like she's any more talented than Tess or Gary or any number of the other people.
We got the sense that she's getting better.
We do get the sense she's getting better. She's not bad at her job or anything like that. I think early on she was. Remember, Will was this close to firing her at one point this season. And now Jim's like, hey baby, I'm going to make you senior producer.
Yeah.
And I am so glad they didn't just go that route.
Yeah, Daddy's cutting the checks.
I mean, really, it's like hop on board the daddy train, and I'm gonna take you down the gravy way. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that she's like, I want to actually go do this other thing.
Yeah. She's got some
Thank you, God, because that was gonna honestly leave a bad taste in my mouth. I'm a little annoyed that he offered it to her.
Well, the funniest part, one of the funniest parts of the show, is ultimately ends up being the character of Jim, because he's just that guy. He's always been that guy.
He's just a weird serial monogamist that's never actually happy when the monogamy's happening.
The fact that we cut his flashback was him. And his girlfriend took all the furniture because he didn't want to drive 45 minutes.
I'm going to go, hey, come with me. I know you just broke up with your girlfriend, but I'm going to have you pining over somebody else in 3 minutes.
Literally? Okay, so that takes place, what? A
right
day
before,
or two?
Yeah, it takes place.
A day or two before he goes to the office?
Right before, they go.
So within 24 hours, he's in that situation.
I mean, we don't know how many, but it was close.
I'm going to assume within the week.
Yeah, probably within a week, yeah. I think you're right. I think it was probably within a week.
That he's so awestruck by her.
Because it all happened while Will was on that vacation. So, yeah.
That is insane. Like, to go from that to being like, oh, he's googly-eyed over Maggie.
And Lisa and whatever the last girl's name was. I've already forgotten.
The mean one?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude.
They're like, Jim. And now he's doing everything he can to help her career out from his position of power over her and his opportunity to do it.
He is going to have, like, 3 different wives.
Oh, no. He and Maggie are going to break up again.
And get back together.
Absolutely.
And then break up again. And then, like, probably have some kids. And then get divorced. And then get married again.
It's like, let's go through the newsroom and see who Jim's next girlfriend's going to be, because it's going to happen.
And he's going to take it all personally.
Oh, yeah,
it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt every single one. Oh, my God. It's so freaking funny to me. Like, it really is. And I love that that's kind of like the writers leaning into it, being like, we know. It's Sorkin, really. Being
Right,
like,
yeah.
I know. You guys are annoyed with it. We're just going to own it.
You know what? He tried to steal Don's last girlfriend. Maybe he's going to fall in love with Sloane at some point here in the near future.
God, that'd be hilarious.
Right.
No, Sloane and Don are good. Like,
yeah, they're solid. Those two were very solid.
Booed up.
Yeah.
But no, this was fantastic. And ultimately, Jeff Daniels, this is probably my favorite performance from him. At
really
least
good.
What I can think of.
Right.
I mean, as far as his films go, I don't think I've seen a ton of his movies.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, Dumb and Dumber. I mean, that's not a great example of what he can actually do with his talents. And he's been around forever.
The Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah.
Movie, he was great.
Also
yeah.
Sorkin. So there you go. And I'm so jealous.
Arachnophobia.
The spider one.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm so jealous that you got to see him play Atticus Finch
on Broadway. Yeah.
Atticus Ross. Atticus Finch. Thank you. Yeah, Atticus Ross is the composer. But no,
he was Atticus Finch in Sorkin's.
Yeah. So they should just do another project together.
To Kill a Mockingbird, yeah.
Obviously, we got to see him in Godless, which he was fantastic in that. Yeah. I am all on board the Jeff Daniels train. So put him in everything.
And now that we saw this episode, I now think I really like the decision to have Charlie die, because to frame this whole episode around that, I think really worked, where everyone is reflective and thoughtful, and you get to go back to the beginning of this and really see how it all was put together, because we just, in the pilot, we just kind of got like, it happens, and then we get like a real quick, Charlie saying, here's what's happening, and I did this, but now we really got to see it.
Season 1 was really shotgun to us. It was a lot. A lot happening, a lot coming our way. And I'm glad you brought the Charlie thing up, because like last week I was getting real flashbacks and Leo vibes a little bit, where I was like, was this necessary? But it was necessary. I think they justified it with this episode.
Absolutely, yeah.
It was completely different.
Yep.
And I do like the creative choice.
Yeah, good ending. All right, appreciate it, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.